I work at the 99 at CIU. A bunch of us are here.
CIU.
And I represent we represent about 22,000 healthcare workers in the state of Massachusetts, state workers with no health insurance. Just so you know, so it's a big problem here too, healthcare reform. My question is, ever since you've been promoting this movie, how do you feel that more mainstream audiences are reacting to your sort of attack on capitalism? Do you feel like it's like you've had a good time to be talking about this, and more people saying they're more mainstream?
It's a great time to be talking about it. I mean, really, don't you think it's a little surreal that I'm getting away with saying some of this, and it's in a movie, and it's going to play at the AMC on Friday? It's like the irony of that and the weirdness of it. And I'm on TV every night. I'm on Conan O'Brien tomorrow night, and you know, I'm gonna get to say this stuff on national TV. It's really, I'm just wondering, when are they gonna cut off my microphone? It's like, I guess they think it's safe. Well, yeah, but I think they think it's safe because they're fairly sure that they've done a good enough job dumbing down the people and numbing their minds to the point where they're not going to watch my movie and then leave the theater and go do something.
That's capitalism.
You know, right? That's right. So that's their bet, at least. Their bet is that it's safe to let Michael Moore do this. We'll make money off him while he's doing it, and the people who watch his stuff won't do jack shit. That's what they're counting on. So I am placing a different bet. I'm betting that enough people will see this, will leave the theater, will go home, and create some hell for these people. And there's a rally for jobs at 4 o'clock tomorrow in Boston Common, and I'd like anybody who's free, come on, you got a half hour, if you're free at 4 o'clock, to go there to that. But the best compliment to me would be for them to stop me, to decide we can't give them any money anymore to make these movies. We can't put them in our theaters because look at the shit it stirred up. You know, so my goal is essentially to have you put me out of work. Plus, there's a romantic comedy I've been writing, and I gotta start. You gotta let me make some other kind of movie. So, you know. And next time there's a George W. Bush, when you Google that guy's name and Nemesis or Public Enemy #1, my picture doesn't come up in Google. You know, I want 5,000 pictures to come up, 5 million pictures to come up. Don't leave it up to one person. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of, 20 years ago telling people what was going to happen to General Motors and to towns like Flint. I mean, it's really, ever since Fahrenheit, I've just been trying to just keep it up to try and just keep doing this. But I got to tell you, to be honest, I'm totally fried, and it's taken everything in me to make this film, which was stupidly challenging because I didn't pick something easy like just let's do a movie about Bernie Madoff or something. It's like, no, let's do a movie about an economic theory. Oh, by the way, let's put it in the title of the movie. That'll really have movie phone hotlines, burning up on Thursday night. What do you want to go see tomorrow? Let's go see that Capitalism movie. Oh, good, I like that idea. So, I've been doing this for 20 years now. Roger Me premiered 20 years ago this week at the New York Film Festival. And, when Fahrenheit came out, at the beginning of the war, this it's taken a lot out of me since then. You got to remember just how alone I was. Yes, I was 5th day of the war. I was booed off the Oscar stage for just telling the truth. And if you remember at that time, Al Franken was for the war. Anybody remember this? We try to forget these things, right? Keith Olbermann was for the war. Do you remember that? He referred to it last week, how he wanted to give the president the benefit of the doubt. David Remnick, the editor of the New Yorker, the liberal New Yorker, for the war. Bob and Harvey Weinstein, who were producing Fahrenheit at the time, but fighting with me all the time because they were for the war. I mean, that's what I remember. I remember feeling very alone, and the only good day during that time was on February 15th, a month before the war, where literally millions of Americans in towns all over the country came out in opposition to the war. That was impressive. It was really the largest demonstration nationwide in our country's history, and yet a month later, we invade another country, and 6 years later, 6.5 years later, we're still there.